The world is darkness, a soft blanket of nothing, where the only things that feel real are the cold floor beneath my knees and the sharp sting in my leg. My hands scramble across the smooth laminate, searching for the bag of my things I know was there a moment ago. Laughter cuts through the haze, mean and bright. Whoops.
Sorry, man.
Forgot you couldn't see that. I push myself up, face set. The laughter continues, and underneath it, the quiet, unmistakable click of a phone camera. My jaw tightens. Delete it. I lunge toward the sound, clumsy, grasping at empty air. My fingers brush a jacket sleeve before it's yanked away. Look at you, the voice taunts, closer now. So pathetic. The great Liam, reduced to this, the sound is wet, a heavy thud of impact. A choked-off yelp. Another thud. Pained groan. The scuffle lasts only seconds. Then, a hand closes around my wrist. The grip is firm, the skin warm and calloused. A voice I'd know anywhere, rough with impatience. You just gonna stand there? Let's go. Caleb? What are you doing here? He takes the bag from my slack fingers. Came to get you. You're coming to stay with me. Confusion knots in my chest. Caleb Reed, of all people. Our history is a map of crossed lines and silent competitions. He should be the last person to want me under his roof. Why? There's a pause. Then he says, tone flat, I want a front row seat to the tragedy. That a good enough reason? I let out a slow breath. It makes a terrible kind of sense. Yeah, it does. His apartment is a third-floor walk-up. He guides me up each flight, his hand a steady pressure on my elbow, never rushing. Inside, he walks me through the layout with a detached efficiency. Kitchens to your left. Couch here. Your room's down that hall. Bathroom's the first door. Figure it out. Thank you. Don't, he says, voice hardening. My mom heard what happened. She made me do this. I'm not a charity. That night, in the bathroom, the soap slips from my fingers. I hear it skitter away across the tiles. I sink down, my back against the cool wall, palms sweeping the floor in widening arcs. Nothing. The emptiness inside me yawns wider, a silent scream. I press my forehead to my knees. A knock at the door. You drowning in there? I fumble for the towel, wrap it around my waist. I dropped the soap. Can't find it. The door opens. The small space fills with his presence. A shift in the air. A warmth that wasn't there before. He's close. Too close. His breath fans the back of my neck. It's behind you. On the little shelf by the shower. Point me. I'll get it. He lets out a short, humorless sound. Fine. His hand finds my wrist again. Turns me. My shoulder blades brush his chest. Bend down. I let him guide me. My fingers close around the slippery bar. Thanks. He doesn't let go. His palm is a brand against my skin. He leans in, his voice dropping to a murmur near my ear. You know what it means, right? In a guy's dorm, dropping the soap? A strange, uneasy feeling prickles down my spine. What does it mean? His breath hitches. Nothing. Forget it. He releases me, and the door shuts behind him a second later. A week passes. The professor's voice is a gentle, pitying thing over the phone. Such a promising student. Such a shame. I swallow the hollow echo of those words. I've had a month to get used to the shame. The doctor offered a thread of hope. A chance the swelling in my brain could recede. A 1-month checkup to see. A small, fragile thing I don't dare hold too tightly. Back at the apartment, Caleb announces he's cleaning. I sit on the edge of my bed, listening to the swish of the broom. Then his voice, deliberately casual. Liam, you've got a roach. On your bed. My body goes rigid. A deep, primal revulsion coils in my gut. I hate them. Their size, their sudden scuttling. I feel him lean over me, his arms caging me against the mattress, his breath warm on my cheek. Don't move. I'll get it. He's too close. The heat of him is overwhelming. Is it gone? Almost. He stays there for a long moment before the heat withdraws. Got it. Your sheets are a lost cause, though. It's late. No stores open. Nos perlinins. His voice takes on a lazy, teasing edge. Could ask nicely. Call me Big Brother. I might let you bunk with me for the night. He's younger. By 3 months. The words taste like dust. Big Brother. A low chuckle rumbles above me. His bed is narrow. I press myself against the wall. An arm snakes around my waist, pulling me back. I tense. Bed's small. My arm needs somewhere to go. I swallow my protest. As I drift toward sleep, that arm tightens, drawing me flush against the solid heat of his back. A whisper so soft it might be the wind. Night, Liam. Something shifts after that night. A truce uneasy but real. My sheets take days to dry in the damp weather. I swallow my pride and call him Big Brother a few more times. I wake often to the sound of his strained breathing in the early morning dark. You okay? His reply is always tight, gravelly. Fine. Just working out. I admire his dedication. My memory supplies an image of him from last Thanksgiving, when his mom insisted I join them. I'd had too much spiked cider. He'd hauled me to his room, and in my haze, I'd seen him pull his shirt off before a shower. Broad shoulders tapering to a lean waist. My breath had caught. The fact I keep locked tight. I like guys. And Caleb, for all his hostility, has always been exactly my type. Drunk and stupid, I'd stumbled into him, hands splayed against the hard planes of his stomach. So strong, I'd mumbled, burying my face against his skin. He'd frozen. Liam, what the hell? Get off. I remember little after that, only that he didn't speak to me for a week. His face flushing dark whenever we crossed paths. My father calls on a day Caleb is dragging me to the park. You need sunlight, he grunts. You're starting to smell like a basement. The phone rings. My father's voice is all sharp edges. Going blind wasn't important enough to tell me? Do I even exist to you? Sorry. I forgot. Silence. Then, a child's bright voice in the background. Daddy, the sun's out. Can we go to the lake? A woman's playful murmur follows. My father's tone shifts instantly, warm and indulgent. Just a second, sweetheart. When he speaks to me again, it's back to the Arctic. I'm sending money. Hire someone. Don't come by. Your stepmother and your sister don't need the disruption. You don't have to. The line goes dead. A moment later, the automated voice from my banking app announces a deposit. A small fortune. Feels like ashes. I'm back in the hospital room, the doctor asking who's going to care for you. I had no answer then. I have none now. After my mom died, my father moved on with a speed that felt like violence. The new wife found me inconvenient. I became a budget line item paid to stay away. My eyes burn. Caleb's hand tightens on my wrist, pulling me forward. Here, this spot's good. We lie on the grass. He says nothing about the call. His grip doesn't loosen. The sun is warm on my face, his hand warmer on my arm. In this darkness, everyone has stepped back. Everyone but Caleb. Even if his motive is mockery, it's a kind of company. But his behavior grows more puzzling. He insists I eat with him, walk with him. I don't have anyone else to hang with, he says, and I could swear there's a thread of real loneliness in it. You're living here rent-free. Least you can do is keep me company. What company can a blind man be? But he seems to crave it. My sheets are long dry, yet he doesn't suggest I move back. One evening, his arms wrap around me from behind, holding on. Gotten used to it, he mumbles into my shoulder. Like a body pillow. I gather my courage. Caleb, I know you can't stand me. You don't have to force yourself to be kind out of pity. I can manage on my own. I remember his eyes on me, always competitive, often hostile. I'll beat you next time, Liam. This new gentleness can only be sympathy. He doesn't answer. I reach up, my fingers tracing the landscape of his face. The strong brow, the straight bridge of his nose, the firm line of his mouth pressed thin. He's upset. I didn't mean it like that, I say softly. I don't pity you. His voice is muffled. Then why are you doing all this? Silence again. I repeat my exploration, my thumb brushing his lower lip. His mouth opens. He takes the tip of my finger between his teeth, a soft, wet pressure. A shocking bolt of sensation shoots up my arm. Ask again and I'll bite, he says, the words vibrating against my skin. Go to sleep. I snatch my hand back, my heart hammering against my ribs. The morning workouts grow more frequent, more intense. I hear the rustle of sheets, his choked, quiet gasps. What weight are you lifting? I ask one day. Must be heavy. Can I try? He never lets me near his weights, guards them jealously. He takes me to campus, past the student union. A buzz of excitement leaks from an auditorium. A championship debate final is underway. My steps slow. Wanna go in? Caleb asks. We sit in the back. Whispers find me sharp and clear. It's Liam Shaw and Caleb Reed. If Liam could still see, he'd be up there. Heard his debate captain kicked him off right before finals. Said they couldn't carry dead weight. Then put his own girlfriend on the team. Caleb's hand on my wrist becomes a vice, trembling with heat. I feel the corded tension in his forearm and pat it gently. It's in the past. I'd given that team everything. The data analysis, the structure, my work. The captain's dismissal had been cold. You're useless now, Liam. The trophy won't mean anything to you. The next day, Caleb leaves early and doesn't return until deep in the night. He slides into bed behind me, his body heat seeping through my shirt. Caleb? He takes my hand, slips a string of smooth, polished stones over my wrist. What is this? Don't worry about it. Just wear it. I run my fingers over the beads. Caleb, who scoffed at superstition, who refused to light a candle for luck before our SATs. You got this for me? He nuzzles the back of my neck, his voice gruff. And that debate captain. I talked to the faculty advisor today. They're not getting away with it. I don't care if you've moved on. I haven't. A warmth, unexpected and profound, blooms in my chest. Thanks. He just holds me tighter. The day of my follow-up appointment, Caleb has class. I go alone, navigating the treacherous sidewalks with my cane. The doctor's voice is bright with good news. The pressure is decreasing. The darkness is receding. There's light at the edge of my vision, faint but undeniable. I touch the beads on my wrist. I don't tell Caleb. I want it to be a surprise. A morning comes. I open my eyes. The world seeps in, blurry at first, then clarifying. Shape, color, light. The dusty blue of a dawn sky through the window. A gasp catches in my throat. I turn, joy bursting in my chest, ready to share the miracle. And I see him. Caleb is lying on his side, facing me. His shirt is pulled up, clenched in his teeth. His eyes, usually so sharp and guarded, are hazy, the lids heavy, the rims tinged with pink. They are fixed on me with an intensity that steals my breath. His free hand is moving, slow and deliberate, beneath the sheets. The muscles in his arm cord with tension. My face floods with heat. I manage to croak out, "Are you working out?" A ragged, stifled sound escapes him. Yeah. I swallow hard, the sound loud in the quiet room. I watch, mesmerized and horrified, as his gaze never wavers from my face. His movements become more urgent, his breathing shallower. This is no workout. I should tell him. Now, Caleb, I can actually, his name from my lips seems to trigger something. His body convulses, a shudder rippling through him. His eyes squeeze shut, then fly open, locking onto mine, dark and utterly satiated. A low, throaty groan is smothered by the fabric in his mouth. I clamp my lips together, squeezing my eyes shut for a second before forcing them open, staring blankly at the ceiling. Nope, I can't say it. Not now. I decide to wait one more day. Find the right moment. The right moment never comes. Emboldened by my supposed blindness, Caleb becomes relentless. He watches me brush my teeth, his reflection in the mirror a portrait of naked longing that makes my ears burn. At meals, he studies me as I eat, stealing the fork from my hand to finish my leftovers, his eyes lingering on my mouth as he brings the tines to his lips. He's insane. He corners me at the sink. Liam, don't move. There's a roach. I jerk, instinctively look down. The porcelain is spotless. In the mirror, I see his smirk. He crowds behind me, his chest against my back, his chin on my shoulder, effectively wrapping me in his arms. He stays like that for a long minute, his breathing against my ear. Got it. His lips, in the mirror's reflection, form two silent words. So sweet. I am burning up. The roach on my bed that first week. Had it even been real? When he does laundry, I finally gather my nerve, only to see him lift my worn t-shirt from the basket, press his face into it, and inhale deeply. His eyes find mine across the room, blazing with possession. He drags the fabric down his neck, over his chest. He's completely deranged. Your face is red, he observes, voice husky. It's nothing, I mutter, looking away. Your eyes, he says slowly. They seem brighter. I flinch, burying my face in my arms. Your imagination. When did this happen? We grew up neighbors, rivals. My better grades were a constant thorn in his side. Things soured for good in senior year when a girl he was seen with asked me out. He'd looked at me like he wanted to set me on fire. I'd chosen a college across the country to get away. He showed up anyway. Slid off the wait list he'd claimed, scowling. Now, the person I thought hated me seems to be obsessed. When he's calmer, I venture a question. You used to hate me. Why? He doesn't look up from his phone. I did. My mom compared me to you constantly. You were better. I hated it. Getting stuck at the same college made it worse. Then he lifts the phone, screen toward me. He's typed a message. Hate is just love that's all twisted up. Liam, I'll hate you forever. My heart stutters. Remember that girl in high school? The one you were always with? She asked me out. You seemed really mad. Yeah, he says, tone dismissive. I liked her. The phone comes up again. New text. I was jealous. I hadn't even told you how I felt yet. And everyone said you said yes. Why would you say yes? Why couldn't you just be mine to look at? I have to look away. The rumors were wrong. I'd said no. The game continues. He speaks one version of reality aloud, types another, truer, wilder one on his phone and holds it in front of my unseeing eyes. Want to kiss you. Want to touch you. Want to. I flee to the bathroom, my heart a frantic bird in a cage. That night in bed, I'm wrestling with my confession when he whispers, Liam. Roach. Behind you. I don't bite. I just turn my head. And there, through the fine mesh of the window screen, I see the fuzzy outline of a dangling ornament with two tied ribbons. It looks like pigtails. I yelp, scrambling into his arms. He catches me, holds me tight, our bodies aligned. His lips brush my earlobe. Liam. His voice is a dark caress. You can see now, can't you? In the darkness, I freeze. How much did you see? There's no shame in his tone. Only a hungry curiosity. Not much, I whisper. He buries his face in the curve of my neck. Was it a good show? When I was working out. You're unbelievable. I try to shove him, but he catches my wrist, his skin fever hot. He guides my hand under his shirt, presses my palm flat against the solid, heated plane of his stomach. You liked this, remember? He murmurs, his breath hot on my skin. That Thanksgiving you wouldn't let go. Your cheek was so soft. You rubbed it all over me and mortification rockets through me. I clamp my hand over his mouth. Shut up. He licks a slow stripe across my palm. His other hand still moves mine, up over the hard swell of his chest, then lower, If you hate it, hit me, he dares, his voice muffled by my hand. I'm dizzy with it, with him. Just before I lose all sense, I drive my knee up, connecting solidly. He grunts, his body bowing, but he doesn't let go. A shaky, exhilarated laugh escapes him. His eyes are glazed, pleading. Again. Do that again. God. Get away from me. I don't let him hold me the rest of the night. In the morning, he's contrite, tentative. I don't respond. I'm not angry.
I'm unraveled.
The fact that my lifelong rival is a lovesick voyeur is one thing. The fact that I didn't stop him, that part of me thrilled at his touch, is another. If he's sick, what does that make me? His method of apology is beyond anything I could have conceived. The proud, stubborn Caleb Reed goes to his knees. He uses his mouth, his devotion absolute, until I'm clawing at the sheets, biting back sounds I've never made. Afterward, he wipes his mouth, grinning up at me with swollen lips. Your pleasure is mine, he says, voice wrecked, before disappearing into the shower. While the water runs, I dress with trembling hands and escape. I tell myself I'm going to see my advisor to end my medical leave. It's not running away. My advisor is delighted by my recovery. We arrange a plan for the missed coursework. As I step out of the building, the winter sun is pale but warm on my face. I look up, and my thoughts drift, inevitably, to Caleb. In my darkness, he was my son. He pulled me out. I'm going back. I'm going to tell him everything. Halfway there, a figure steps from an alley between campus buildings. It's the former debate captain. His eyes are bloodshot. He doesn't speak, just drops to his knees on the dirty pavement. Liam, please, talk to the committee. Tell them to reinstate my ranking. I take a step back. Caleb told me the outcome. The captain and his girlfriend were disqualified for academic misconduct. I can't do that, I say, my voice cold. He clutches at my pant leg.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Hit me if it helps. He begins slapping his own face, the sound sharp and ugly. I edge back, reaching for my phone. His pleading face contorts into a snarl. He surges to his feet, a flash of metal in his hand. Think you're better than me now? He spits. You think a pair of working eyes makes you special? I can fix that. I can give you the darkness back. He lunges. The knife arcs toward my face. I twist away, the blade whistling past my ear. We grapple, a tangle of limbs against the brick wall. The cold edge gleams, heading for my eye again. I flinch, bracing for the cut. It doesn't come. Caleb has his wrist, fingers like iron. His face is a mask of pure rage. What are you doing? The words are a raw, shattered thing. He wrenches the arm back, a sickening pop. The knife clatters away. Caleb slams him into the wall, then drives a fist into his stomach. Again. Again. He just got it back. Caleb is chanting, each word a punch. He just got to see again. How dare you? The man beneath him is a broken, weeping mess. My future is gone. And he gets to see? He should be blind. He deserves it. With a roar, Caleb Rains blows down, a storm of fury. Caleb, stop. I grab his shoulder, pulling him back. You'll kill him. Caleb stumbles away, chest heaving. He stares at the crumpled form, then kicks it once, a final, brutal punctuation. Then he turns and crushes me to him. His whole body is shaking. So close, he chokes into my hair. You were so close to losing it again. Something wet and hot soaks into my collar. I cradle the back of his head.
I'm okay.
Caleb, I'm right here. The police come. The cameras tell the story. The captain is arrested. Caleb's actions are ruled justified. Back in the apartment, he inspects my eyes like they're priceless artifacts, asking over and over if I'm sure I'm all right. On the 10th, should we go to the ER? I snap. I grab the front of his shirt, pull him down, and kiss him. He goes utterly still. I pull back, my face on fire. There. Quiet. I turn, picking up my shower caddy, trying to act normal. An arm bands around my waist, yanking me off my feet. He kisses me back, deep and consuming, one hand tangling in my hair, the other sliding under my shirt. My caddy hits the floor. I'm dizzy, spinning, and then the backs of my knees hit the edge of the bed. He breaks the kiss, breathing hard. You asked about my workout equipment. He pulls his shirt off in one swift motion, tossing it aside. This is the main piece. You like it? Understanding dawns. Cover my face. You're impossible. He nips at my ear. You haven't seen impossible yet. His voice drops to a sinful whisper. Wanna try? Later, in the cramped bathroom steam, I'm washing up. My elbow knocks the soap from its dish. It skitters across the wet tiles. I bend to retrieve it. His heat envelopes me from behind. Hands settle on my hips. Baby, he murmurs, his lips against my damp shoulder. You know what this means, right? In a guy's dorm? Dropping the soap? His hands guide me down. Now you really know. I have to brace myself against the wall, my legs trembling. His mouth finds the shell of my ear. I love you. You only drop things for me from now on. Thanksgiving arrives. Caleb insists I come home with him. Anxiety is a cold knot in my stomach. They'll know. He kisses my worries away. They've known for years. They're our biggest fans. Trust me. I arrive laden with gifts. He finally has to wrestle my phone away and kiss me senseless on his old childhood sofa to stop me from ordering more. His mother answers the door, her smile wide and knowing. Liam. Come in, come in. She glances at Caleb, her eyes sparkling. His father shakes my hand, his expression warm, then gives Caleb a subtle thumbs up behind my back. The table is crowded with dishes. Half are my favorites. Make yourself at home, Liam, his mother urges. The house is warm, full of the scent of roasting turkey and pine from a decorated tree. A football game plays on the TV. We clink glasses. I drink too much spiked eggnog. His parents press red envelopes into my hands. I'm protesting when Caleb sweeps me up, carries me down the hall to his room, and deposits me on his bed. My phone rings. My father. The same detached tone. Sending the annual fund. Don't visit. Click. A year ago, it would have carved a hollow in me. Now, drunk and happy, I just giggle at the ceiling. Not visiting, I announce to the room. I'm already home. Caleb, shirtless, lies down beside me. Like the view? I roll over, pressing my smile into the familiar, welcome hardness of his stomach. Love it. That night, wrapped in his arms, I dream. I dream of the summer after high school graduation. Caleb appearing on my doorstep, hands in his pockets, scowling at the welcome mat. What college did you pick? Why? So I can avoid you. Obviously. I nodded, giving him the name of a school 3,000 miles away. It's on the West Coast. You won't have to see me again. He stood there, frozen. His jaw worked. Good. But he didn't leave. Why so far? He finally asked, not meeting my eyes. Nothing left for me here. He flinched as if struck. He turned on his heel, his voice thick. You'd better mean that. Move-in day. The chaotic swirl of students and parents. And there he was amid the crowd. Upperclassmen were already whispering. 2 of them? This year's gonna be interesting. Look, the intense one keeps staring at the quiet one. I tried to slip away. He caught up, blocking my path. You, he accused, the old hostility in his eyes, but something else flickering beneath. Of course you're here. Can't get rid of you. I thought you were staying in state? He shrugged, a too casual gesture. Waitlisted. Ended up here. Trust me, I'm not happy about it. I offered a weak smile. It's a good school. He gave a non-committal grunt, then shoved his hands back in his pockets and walked away, disappearing into the throng. I watched him go, then turned toward my own dorm, in the opposite direction. Our paths diverged in the crowded quad. I didn't see the smile that broke across his face the moment his back was to me. I didn't hear the soft, triumphant whisper carried away by the campus breeze. Liam, got you.